Ladies and gentlemen, put it together for the one closing the show. You have seen him before. Here he is. It is Joe!
Hello, Richfield. Did these guys all rock or what? Come on. This is a tough act to foul. My name's Philly Joe. Welcome. First of all, I told a friend I was coming to do comedy tonight. They're like, you look like a comedian. I was like, thank you. They said, yeah, you look like that comedian Jonah Hill. I said, no, thank you. You made me feel super bad about myself. So I got pulled over in Ridgefield, and apparently a suspicious vehicle in Ridgefield is anything that costs less than $50,000, all right? So if you're driving a piece of shit, like me, careful leaving. Mom, be careful driving when you're leaving. I'm kidding, I love my mother. She's awesome, she's smart, she's funny, and she's crazy. I mean, really crazy. She's got 9 kids. What would you expect her not to be crazy, right? And she's been teaching special ed in Bridgeport for over 40 years. Stand up, Mom. And no, I wasn't one of her students, all right? Whatever you think, I was not one of her students. But she did always call me, she'd say, Joe, you're my special boy. And then she would introduce me like, this is my son, Joe. He was supposed to be a girl. And I'm like, a girl? And it's not because they didn't see my schmeckle on the ultrasound, okay? They didn't have ultrasounds back then. At least that's what they told me, all right? It was because my mom already had 2 boys and she really wanted a girl. So I was a disappointment straight out the womb. Coming straight out of my mom, a young Jew boy named Joel. That's right, I was breakdancing and rapping coming out of her vagina. She took one look at me and she's like, we already have too many of those tallywhackers running around our house. Could I see something in another gender? You know what? Fuck it, reassign them. A little nip here, tuck there, huh? Hey, don't laugh. It could happen nowadays, right? My parents always believed in giving me choices, all right? Not choices like that, all right? But choices like, so Joel, what's it gonna be? Abuse or neglect? Leave me alone. Neglect it is. So I grew up Connecticut poor, which means I went to Oxford public schools. See, but the mean streets of Oxford, they were rough for different reasons. There was drug deals, there was excessive drinking, fights, and that was only in our house alone, all right? They instituted the Neighborhood Watch program in Oxford the minute we moved into the neighborhood. And growing up with a big family, I always heard this, you know, they always like, Joel, you get what you get and you don't get upset. Always said by somebody that had better shit than I had. It's like telling a kid, hey, you're gonna be disappointed, but it's a gift, so be grateful. Especially in front of Grandma and Poppy. But the gifts we got were not like my friends got. My friends got toys. We got weapons. We got BB guns. We got nunchucks, blow darts. Even my sister Becky, yes, my mom did get that girl she really wanted. Yeah, my sister Becky, even she got a butterfly knife, you know. I think they want us to kill each other off. There were so many of us. Like, what's one less mouth to feed, right? But then I'd get a present, and I'd be like, unwrap it, and I'd be like, oh, a bar of soap. On a rope. And then I knew my mom really did love me. You know, I felt like I grew up in prison. Maybe those weapons were so we could survive, you know, keep the peace. Like in prison, we had the drunken warden. He was my stepfather, Big Al. He ran Alcatraz, like I like to call it. And in our house, in the prison, there were gangs. There was the White Brotherhood, and that's pretty much it, because we were all white and we were all brothers. My sister, she was an honorary tomboy, and there was one other gang. They were called the Crips. Not the Crips you're thinking of. They did have the drugs, the prescription drugs. They basically, anything us kids needed, we had to go through them. It was basically Grandma and Poppy. They were crippled, so we called them the Crips. You know, they controlled the place. So our parents always gave us time in the yard with general population, but they also used solitary confinement. They're like, Joel, go to your room. The problem is I had a roommate, my brother. I'd walk in and he'd be like, what are you in for? And I'd be like, nothing, I'm innocent like everybody in this place. And then we'd laugh and trade cigarettes for porno pictures. Sometimes a fight would break out, and the guards named Mom and Dad didn't do shit. Oh yeah, they cheered on who they bet money on, but they never broke up the fight. I get what I get, and I don't get upset, even if it's a black eye. I'm grateful. Because it taught me life lessons. It taught me, how to problem solve, right? How to get along with others, and how to stitch up a snitch. I was like, hey, little Al, you should have never ratted Mike out for stealing Mom's car, If you want to survive in this place, you got to stick with me, kid, all right? They made sure we were prepared for life in prison. Well before our incarceration, back in '82, when my mom first met my stepfather, Big Al, they got married. And at that time, there were 7 kids. It was like the Brady Bunch met the Beverly Hillbillies. But we weren't going to Beverly Hills, and there was no housekeeper named Alice. They loaded up the van, they loaded up 7 kids, and they went on their honeymoon. That's right. They brought 7 kids on their honeymoon. I told you they were fucking crazy. So my parents are driving the van, they're on the highway, and we're kind of bored in the back, and we get a bright idea to pass the time by mooning the other cars on the highway. There were many phases of the moon beaming out the van window. We had the youngest, which was the new moon. We had the skinniest brother, was the crescent moon. And then, of course, me, I was a little heavy kid. I was in the husky section. I was the full moon, the fat kid out the back. There you go, right? The cars were beeping and honking and everything. And it was kind of like once they figured out what we were doing, we got in so much trouble, man. They pulled that van right over and they gave us all black and blue moons. And so then we get up to Maine, and my stepfather pulls the van over and he makes an announcement. Hey, surprise, we're camping. And I get out and look around. I'm like, this doesn't even look like a legit campsite. There's no amenities, not even bathrooms. My stepbrother's like, that's right. No hotel, no motel, no Holiday Inn. If you kids keep acting up, you'll get spanked again. Now, me and your mom, we're gonna be in the van down by the river. And if the van is a rockin', my brother Paul goes, don't come knocking. I go, no, I'm having sex with your mother. The only knocking is me knocking her up, all right? You kids start a fire, we'll be in the van. So here we are, 7 kids all huddled around a small fire singing some songs. It's, kind of bored. So we get another bright idea. We say, all right, hey, Paul, Mike, go around that side of the van. Kurt, Aaron, Brett, Becky, you two, go over on that side. And so we start pushing the van back and forth. We're rocking the van even more than it was already rocking. All right, and I might need your guys' help here for a second. We're gonna give a little. Right? I got to drown out the sound of my parents in the van that day, all right? And so we're rocking the van back, we're going, we will rock you. Come on, we will rock you. Right then, all right, my stepfather flings open the door, comes out half naked. He starts yelling, we are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fucking till the end. We're giving you 2 more baby brothers, 2 more baby brothers. No time for robbers, 'cause we are your parents. Joel's a girl. I'm Philly Joel, that's my time. Thank you.